Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And away we go in Cincinnati. Samaj Piran on the return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, a first-round pick in 2008, writing the closing chapters of a fantastic career, quarterback Joe Flacco.
The former Super Bowl champion, I think, surprised all of us, Kate, going from the couch to comeback player of the year. And while everybody thought the career was over, he still shows that he's got some RPMs and some velo in that right arm of his.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Let's get to the game here to Chase Brown. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. From the gun, Flacco. Catch made by Chase Brown. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd down, it's Flacco. It's caught, Chase has it. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
A throw left side, caught by Brown. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd and 3 now. Brown on the inside give. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive. This one from the opposing 40. Here's Brown again. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Flacco. Dumped off to his running back. Not a lot available to him. It's to the 38. Now Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
and I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. Leading him out now in his 5th season here in the NFL. Won 4 of his 6 starts last year. Justin Fields.
There's still lots of people around the NFL that believe that Justin Fields' best football's in front of him. Major believers of him as an upper-tier quarterback. And the reason why, Kate, is he's got physical traits that are just unique and different. He can run it like a running back, and he can spin a football as well. In fact, that running ability is some of the best in the game. But just continuing to build and refine his game as a passer between the tackles, that will be the key to the longevity of his career.
Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Steps up and he's running with it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Jets first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around it. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Drop by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They go right back to Hall. He started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. That stop made by Barrett Carter.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Fields on 3rd. That's caught for the first. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44.
It's a gain of 20. And the Jets first down. It's a gain of 20.
So through 1, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. On the counter, Hall. He takes it down to the 33. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Great opening drive continues. 1st and 10 at the 33. On the keeper, here's Fields. He's not able to escape. His own read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. Buys time, rolling right. And Fields slides down safely as he picks up the first.
A gain of 17 yards.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Hall running between the tackles. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Here's Hall once more. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
I'll air it out on third. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's brought down at the line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
So on fourth down, here comes Nick Folk to attempt this for the Jets. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. The kick by Folk is good. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Making some progress here. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. Cincinnati headed back out for its second drive now. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Right side cut by Higgins. And he's short at first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they'll still have some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It can be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Extra man in the secondary for the Jets now. 3rd down. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. Isaiah Davis will return this for the Jets. And that couldn't have hit any better. That took the perfect bounce and went out of bounds at the 1. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2.
That right there, my friends, is exactly the kind of pressure and intensity you expect from a defense each of these next 2 snaps as well. They want to keep you pinned right there against your own end zone and force you into a very risky punt.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety. And it wasn't a touchdown or a field goal, Brock, but hey, points are points. And their first points of the game come on that there safety.
You'll take them any way you can get them in this league, Kate, right? And if the defense has got to score and they've got to continue to score, that is just fine, because that is a breath of fresh air on that sideline and hopefully a bit of a kickstarter for their offense as well.
After surrendering the safety, they're out to boot it away. That's taken at the 15. And they will finally stop him as he takes it down to the 10.
Hey, I know we all wanted to see him finish that score. His teammates certainly did as he was rolling down the field. But this offense will tip the cap and say thank you kindly and try to go finish the touchdown off themselves.
The Bengal offense getting the football late in the first half. And talk about a dream position, Brock. Heading out with first and goal waiting for him. Now the punt return nearly didn't. The offense getting a chance to find the end zone here themselves. It's first and goal. On the toss, right side. Fights his way through a tackle. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Now looking to throw. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals get some late points and the lead. T. Higgins the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals push their lead to 6.
Jets 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jets headed out on offense late in this first half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He gets it complete to Josh Reynolds. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Jets take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Fields looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It's a gain of 6.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
At the 46.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now Fields again. He'll step up, and there he goes. And Fields slides down safely as he picks up the first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Wangu now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So here's the Jets offense getting ready to start our third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. New York to the line, 1st and 10. They bring Wilson in motion right. They fake the handoff, now Fields. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive. It's a sack on the first play.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Running back sent in motion left. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Throw here, 3rd down. He'll set up the screen here for Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Play action, Fields. That's caught. It's Reynolds. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down, Jets.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throw for Fields. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Fields out of the gun. And they get to him again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing third down.
It's a double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Third and long for him here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And this drive has come to a screeching halt. 3 straight sacks. That brings up fourth down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Now on fourth down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Bengals and T. Higgins back in possession here. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes first and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Taken in by Noah Fant. And he is hauled down right at that midfield strike. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. From the gun, Flacco. Catch made. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Dropping back to throw. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Flacco's going to throw here on 1st. Hits him on the out route. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be second down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Flacco again on 2nd and 10. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Following the touchdown, Flacco and the offense still out there trying for 2.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Escapes the pocket. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner. Netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback, right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Wangu now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So we're through 3 here. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. It's all. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Bengals into the nickel set, third down. Here's Fields to throw. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun snap to Flacco. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this one you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They'll run again with Brown. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals making a 3-score game in the fourth. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21.
24, Jets 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jets offense now set to take over. Their failure on fourth down was answered by a touchdown, so they're really going to need to rebuild some momentum as they take the field once again. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets get it back to a 14-point game.
Jets 10.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. First and 10 from the 41. Brown quick on the draw here. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Gotta cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. It's caught. Chase has it. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. First down carry for Brown. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. From the gun, a give to Brown. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Running for it with Brown. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. They're lining up on the doorstep, 2nd and goal from inside the 1. A tight end in motion now. Brown, and he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals have likely locked up the win right there.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
Wangu now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Field throwing here. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
When the play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Taking off with it again. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Fields. He calls his own number again. And Fields slides down safely as he picks up the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. Now Fields. Completed left side to Smith. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
12 more yards. That's another.
So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.